What up, people? Pushing While Black here with Pushing While Black Sports. We're gonna do a very quick post game with the Cowboys and Eagles because we both got to get up really early, and Ant is pinch hitting for me because my regular co-host is on vacation. So Cowboys win. Oh man, what was the score, Ant?
It had to be 23-30, 23-29. I don't even think they kicked the field goal yet.
They didn't. If it's sudden death overtime, they don't. So it's 29-23. Let me open up NFL.com here. Anyway, man, while I get that situated, what were your thoughts on the game? Thank you for subbing for Mignon, bro. What were your thoughts?
No problem, man. Really, man, with all the spread offenses that we have going on in the college and pro game, you still gotta trust that run, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's crazy to say, in all the high-scoring offenses, but the Cowboys prove that the more you let Mr. Elliott eat, the better it is for your whole squad.
Oh yeah, that game should have been. There were two situations, man, where they were in the red zone. One was a pick, and one ended up being a field goal, where they should have fed the ball to Elliott, man. Like, period. That was not. I mean, it was a good. Quite honestly, it was a good defensive game for most of the first half, and then it kind of opened up a little bit. There was a lot of blitzes. There was a lot of blitzes. There was a lot of rushes by both defenses. Both defenses confused the other quarterback, so they had to fight through some things. Darren Sproles basically saved the Eagles, and Beasley was not a factor, not because, he wasn't, not because they really didn't, he played bad. It's just they didn't really look for him that much.
He didn't have that many targets.
Yeah, they didn't target him that much.
It seemed like they was trying to get Dez back, bring Dez back to the party.
Yeah, which is fine. That was fine that they did that, because Dez has some really good catches, man.
That touchdown catch was phenomenal.
Yeah, he tends to do that, man. He tends to do like that crazy, like, I'm gonna catch the ball in between people, and man, it was crazy.
Right.
You had mentioned something while we were watching the game. We were keeping up with each other as far as the game. You had mentioned something about the difference between Wentz and Dak. What were your thoughts on that? Because you said you were going to save it.
I'm going to say this, and let me preface this with a statement because I got to keep it 100. Not a Lomo fan.
Okay. Keep going.
So let me say that. But Wentz is a good quarterback. But Dak Prescott is a leader of men.
So you're saying Wentz is not a leader of men?
I don't think Wentz is. Now, I don't usually do the football podcast with you. I'm kind of known for my NBA expertise.
Yeah.
But I've watched Philly on 3 different occasions besides this.
Yeah.
He's not all that as a leader yet. But what I'm trying to say is that comes into the game leading the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's going to set him apart.
Right. He seemingly has control of the offense. I will say that. He that that running touchdown that he had in the red zone, I like that play a lot. He seems to. I think with Wentz, it's not that he's a bad QB. It's just you can make it.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying he's not a leader yet. I'm not saying he won't be a leader, but it seems like
You're saying that Dak seems to have command of the huddle right now.
Right.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to say is, you know, all the past shenanigans that we used to expect from the Cowboys. I mean, they're surviving through that, and sometimes it's not happening. And I think that's due to the leadership at the quarterback spot.
Right.
And let me say this. 2 years ago, Ezekiel Elliott destroyed my Oregon Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing a drop-off.
You're not seeing a drop-off from ability from the league?
I mean, he's doing the same thing in the league.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, man. It took a couple of... Because I remember when me and Mignon did the first game, when he did the first game, we were kind of like running in between tackles is going to be a problem for him. I honestly thought that. Mignon honestly thought that. And for the first 3 games, that was what it was. Running through in between the tackles was a problem. He didn't know how to read defenses. He didn't know how to go through. He didn't know how to run through people. He was better going outside. We both said that because against the Giants, we both kind of said that it will be better for him to run in space, you know. So we had a real, you know what I'm saying, conversation about him running in space. We both believe in that. But now it seems like he's running through people. That hurdle is making people look really, really stupid now. So his short evolution as a running back, man, because at first I thought it was going to take some time. And it literally took like 2 games, and it took some people. It took a coaching staff just saying, we're just going to let you figure it out now. Instead of, because they could have easily just put Robert Morris in there and not force-fed Zeke the ball and just, you know, brought him along real slowly after the first couple of games. But now it just seems like, okay, we're just going to give you the ball and then run you into the ground. And he might set the rookie record for rushing. He's on pace to do that.
Well, you know what? To be honest, I'm going to tell you something. I think, you know, I saw a couple of the preseason games, and there was a telling play against the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
When he squared up to
Chancellor.
Yes. And he just ran him over.
Mm-hmm. And Chancellor said afterwards, like, that dude's the truth. And I gave him all I could, and, you know, he held his own with him.
Right. And so when I saw that, you know, I knew that he would be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think that he would break the same type of runs that he broke in college. He's breaking the same type of runs in college. Now, granted, he's got the best line in football.
Of course.
But,
all day.
But he's still doing things. He's still doing things at a superior level.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, be a problem in the playoffs.
Of course. It's there, like, that's a statement. To me, that was a statement game. I've said throughout the season, so far, it's basically the Cowboys feel, because I always thought Philly was going to be something. That Wentz, I have a little bit more, I don't want to say faith in Wentz now, but I have a little bit more respect for Wentz just because people always want to say where he came from as being an issue. He ran a pro offense, even though it was 1AA or the division.
To be honest, man, where he came from, they might as well be a Division I school because they're as big. They have the same number of resources, and they get the same caliber of players.
That might be true, just because they run the state that they're in. Like they get all the best. Like no one from it's North Dakota State. No one from North Dakota goes anywhere else but there. So basically, they run that state. So I get what you're saying. They've dominated. You know what I'm saying? They've dominated that division. You know. Wentz, to be quite honest, it wasn't like he was a 4-year starter. There was somebody, he stayed, there was somebody better than him for 2 seasons, and he only had 2 good years. But they ran a pro-style offense. So the idea that, like, he wasn't going to be a good QB, I'm like, what? Sometimes a lot of these analysts, I'm like, okay, he was, just because of where he came from, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be a bad QB. And a lot of analysts, like, dropped the ball on him. So, and plus, where he was going, you got Chip Kelly out of there. You kept a lot of his players there. That line was going to be good because you know this by being a Ducks fan and seeing how Chip Kelly builds lines. The line has to be good to run that to run that style of offense, correct?
Well, they just have to be athletic.
Right. So he's coming into a squad with a decent offensive line. Darren Sproles in good situations is a problem. And this year, he's probably going to win the starting job now, if he hasn't already.
From the KS?
So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, the idea that he was just going to be a bum QB, and I've heard this from analysts when he got drafted. I was like, really? And they can't. Philly has a good defense, as shown by both of these defenses were very good in the first half. It was a very good defensive game in the first half. Everybody just kind of got tired and they were figuring stuff out. The Cowboys had a lot of different plays. They ran a reverse. You know, that fake punt, 20-yard run play saved that game. Beasley apparently was a high school QB. They tried to do the receiver pass, which if Williams had a little bit more of a step under that ball, that was a touchdown. So there was some plays offensively that I didn't like what the Cowboys were doing. Like when you're in the red zone and you got a guy like Ezekiel Elliott run the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like run the ball, stop playing. So they tried to be cute. One of them, and one of those plays was a pick. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was a growing pains game. That was a game where, you know, like, I'm sorry, I like Tony Romo as a dude, but I said it last week in the lost Green Bay game that I'm still trying to figure out how to get out. Let Dak lose that gig. Don't put Tony Romo back in that lineup. You know what I'm saying? Don't put Tony Romo back in that lineup. Not today. Let Dak lose that gig. And right now he hasn't. And that's with some bad offensive plays, man. So I think, this is a growing pains game that he succeeded. It is now officially the Cowboys' division to lose. And we'll see
They
what.
have 2 games. I don't think they're going to lose it.
I agree. But now we have there's no doubt now. The test was Philly. They've already proven they can beat Washington. They've already proven they can beat Washington. New York is we don't know how New York's going to be. I figured Philly was going to be the test. They beat the test. So I think it is now officially Dallas's division to lose. What that means when they get the playoffs, because I have no doubt in my mind they're going to make the playoffs. What that means when they hit the playoffs, I don't know. But let Dak Prescott lose that job. Don't put right now. Tony just started practicing this week. So if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm prolonging his return as long as I could, as long as I can. And I hear people say stuff like, well, because one of the dudes in my job was like, they have to put Tony back in because of a contract situation, saying that he can't lose his job to injury. Well, he's not losing his job. They're just playing the hot hand. He might, if something weird happens, he might come in the playoffs and do something. I doubt that'll happen, but let Dak Prescott lose that gig. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I mean, Beasley didn't get a touch. You know what I'm saying? Like they're figuring out ways to win with this kid and with Zeke. And actually, it was more. They were more trying to figure out how to solve Philly's defensive problems, but they did good. Let's go statistically real quick. 1 second, bro. All right.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Keep going.
Nah, man, I was just gonna bring up the stats, bro. So we have Carson Wentz, 32 for 43, 202 yards, 1 touchdown. Dak Prescott, 19 of 39. Dang, he threw almost 40 times. 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, which was stupid play calling on the Cowboys' part. Ezekiel Elliott, 22 attempts, 96 yards, 0 touchdowns. The longest run was 16 yards. Dak Prescott, 7 rushing attempts, 38 yards, 1 touchdown. His longest run was 16 yards. Let's look at receiving real quick. Receiving, as it always seems to be, is balanced. Dez Bryant snapped off with only 4 receptions, but he had 113 yards and a touchdown. Wynn had the game winner, 16 yards, 1 touchdown. And they only had 2 passing touchdowns. Beasley, quiet game for him, 53 yards, 4 receptions. Ezekiel Elliott, 4 receptions, 52 yards. Terrence Williams, 2 yards, 2 receptions, 25 yards. Butler, 1 reception, 19 yards. So defensively, let's see. Wentz fumbled twice. Prescott fumbled once. See what else. This is what happens when you're your own producer and stat person, You really don't have it when you're a one-man show, basically. I'm trying to get the... I know there were like... Let's see. I can't find the sack numbers. They did a decent good... both teams were defensively, especially in the first half. Both teams were really good defensively. I think there were only... It was 10-10 for the longest, or 13-10 for the longest time. But it was a good game, man. It was really good. It was really, really close. It went into overtime, which both of us were worried about because we both got to get up early. So, Ant, you got any thoughts, man? It's been 20 minutes, and I know you got to go. Ant.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Come to the phone, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm back.
Ant, you got...
I'm actually just doing some recovery for tomorrow.
Bro, you got any thoughts, man?
Oh yeah, I got numerous thoughts.
Well, go, man.
You know, the Cowboys have a balanced attack that's unique. They're equally strong in both areas. You know, where they can just play 50-50 ball and they'll be good.
Right.
And barring something crazy, you know, happening this year, they're going to be all right.
Okay.
And, you know, and they just have to stick. But see, when things are going good, you want to try stuff that you shouldn't. You should just go with the flow. You shouldn't force nothing. And the Cowboys organization, because they have that star and that hole in the roof, they feel like they can do whatever. And sometimes you can't do that.
Are we speaking about Romo or?
No, just period.
Right.
You know? So the whole thing of it is they just got to keep doing what they're doing. And right now they're what, 5-2?
Yeah.
They can conceivably go. They have the Patriots on the schedule this season too, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're gonna lose that game, so they can conceivably go.
You're
They can
just
conceivably go 10-3.
wait. Pause. Ant's a major Patriot fan, as I tell the audience.
I'm not saying that because I'm a Patriots fan. I'm just saying that's the only loss that I really see them getting. I mean, like where I could say, man, they're gonna have a tough time.
Right.
Because they're gonna take the best thing from the Cowboys, which is Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, but you can make an argument that Philly kind of did that today at first, and they had to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like they're not afraid that offensively the Cowboys are not afraid to do, as we saw today, they're not afraid to like do weird things. Not weird, but like trick plays and different things to try to get yards. Like, I've never seen them do a fake punt run before. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you have to do and then they'll run that reverse with Lucky Whitehead seems to work. Like the offensive calling that they're doing if they take Ezekiel Elliott away, I don't know. Maybe I don't have any doubt in my mind that it'll be a competitive game. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that I kind of trust the offensive coordinators, plural, to think of different ways to get yards, because we've seen it throughout the season.
Yeah, you're right.
See what I'm saying? But then again, you're going up against Bill Belichick and McDaniels, which Josh McDaniels is a coordinator, I think is one of the brightest minds in the game. Now, going back to what you were saying about Carson Wentz being a leader of men or not being a leader of men yet, I think Josh McDaniels I don't think he's a good leader, but I think he's one of the brightest minds as far as the offense coordinator. Hence why the dude from North Carolina State, when the game he won rather, they changed the playbook and they were running a bunch of read option stuff. So I think if they do go against the Patriots, because I'm not looking at the schedule right now, I think it's going to be one of them games where the brain trust of each team is going to be challenged, and I think it's going to be a very good game offensively.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we will definitely see, man. Is there anything else?
Nah. By the way, happy birthday to my niece Alex. Enjoy your day.
Happy birthday. All right, brother. It's been almost a half an hour. I appreciate you pinch hitting for me, my man. I will see you Friday or Saturday, depending on when we do the NBA one. But for Pushing Wild Black Sports, I'm Christian Dean with my esteemed co-host and backup football person, Anthony Joslin. We out here.